Welcome. We're here with our friends from the supply chain, from the yarn manufacturers and the fabric manufacturers. It's Lucija, Maurizio, and Catarina. I'm calling them with the first names because those are my friends. And I'm giving them the opportunity to tell a little bit about their companies and also about who they are. So if we can start with the ladies. So Lucija, can you start?
Hello, everyone. My name is Lucija Kobal. I'm working in R&D in company Tekstina, which is a really small company like SME, like small medium enterprise, and in Slovenia. So we really a small company, which we have in our company research department, then production, weaving, finishing, and also very strong R&D, which is divided in two parts for technical segment and also for fashion. And for fashion, we have also very good team of designers which follow the trends of fashion. So we have all production here in central of Europe, in Slovenia. So this is really briefly about Tekstina.
Thank you. So then Catarina.
Hello everyone, my name is Catarina Guise. I'm working at Inovafil. It's a spinning mill located in Portugal, in north of Portugal, in a small city, Vila Nova de Famalicão. We produce around 160 tons per month of yarn. We work with all types of fibers, since natural fibers to more technical fibers with antibacterial properties and other properties. And we have the Department of Research and Development, and we develop many types of products related with different market segments.
Thank you. And then our gentleman, handsome Maurizio.
Hi everyone, Maurizio Costa. I work for the company Eusebio, that is one of the biggest knitting mills in Italy. It's fully vertical. We have the knitting, as a small spinning mill, the knitting, the dye, the finishing, the printing, the design team, of course, and we are in touch with all the major brands, I should say, in the world. And we have our core business in the cotton fabrics for t-shirts, for sweater, hoodies, and so on. But we also work with other kind of fibers, synthetic or artificial. What else? The group has not only the production of fabrics, but has a huge activity in the energy, in particular hydroelectric energy. We have 24 dams in the Alps. The production in terms of megawatt, I think, is not interesting for the audience, but we save, just to give you an idea of the dimension, sorry, we save around 100,000 tons of CO2 exhaust in the atmosphere using the hydroelectric instead than the oil origin energy. That's it.
That's a very good sustainable angle as well, to use renewable energy for the production. Okay, so while we are here, we are talking about sustainability mainly, and there is lots of these demands coming from the brand sides or the consumers about the sustainability, and they really are aiming to have a traceability of the fibers. They are aiming to have a recycled fibers and all that. So how do you see in your business that? What is the demand? What is there today? And so, Catarina, if you can start from the yarn side.
Yes, our customers are looking for mainly last year or two, since 2018, are looking for more sustainable products, more sustainable yarns, but also certified yarns. And these certifications are really important for this type of products. Inovafil is since 2016 So for years, certified GOTS, OCS, more related with organic products, and also GRS certified, more related with recycled products.
Mm-hmm.
And these certifications are really important to guarantee the sustainability of the yarns, the products. Also, we work with fibers that allow traceability. Fibers have inside some tracers that allow traceability along all chain, since fiber to final product. So this type of products, this type of fibers, and this type of certifications are really important, mainly since 2 years ago, since 2018.
Mm-hmm. How about on the fabric side? So, Lucia, what do you see on the woven side? Is it a similar situation?
Yes, I could say that it's quite similar situation. The last years, we see that in the fashion is also trend for sustainable material. They're asking more and more, but at the same time, they asking for certification. That they are sure that our material is okay. So in the last, so we follow the requirements. So we have Ecotex 100, then step by Ecotex, which we upgraded. Then we have the organic content standard, then Better Cotton initiative. These are the inquiries from our customers, which they have their own brands. But more and more, they're asking now about recycled material. Also, but we are mostly producer of cotton fabric, and our goal is maybe more to be focused on cellulose, because we are producer of shirts, cotton shirts, and the best substitute is really to offer something which is cellulose content, not polyester, which also polyester recycled fabrics are available, but really the comfort is different than on cotton or cellulosic fiber. So yes, it's big change on the market. Maybe the percentage of the sale is not so high, but I think that in the future this will dramatically change, I think.
Mm-hmm. So Maurizio, you must have a little bit insight on the farming side as well as the knitwear side. So what are you seeing in there?
Basically, what Catarina and Lucia explain happens exactly in the same way in our company. We also have a full traceability of the product from the yarn to the finished product. Also, we have all the certification that have been mentioned already, so I don't want to bore again with the same things. For what I see in the market, the request at the moment is limited from the real production point of view to the synthetic fibers. While on the cotton, there is a lot of requests of sustainability, but at the end, when you go to discuss about recycled cotton at today and organic cotton at today, there are a lot of requests, but at the end, the consumption is extremely marginal at the moment. And this has two reasons from my view. The first is that organic cotton has several problems and is not really a sustainable fiber for a lot of aspects that probably takes time to be discussed here. And recycled cotton, the technology and the forecast that we can have for the future, for the middle future technologies, doesn't allow to have a real recycled cotton if it is considered from the mechanical point of view. That's why, but I don't want to anticipate the next questions, we are especially interested in the project of infinited fiber, because it's a kind of waste management that, in our view, is more intelligent and really more sustainable than a mechanical recycling of the waste cotton.
So we have been touching our fiber by a bit, and you all have some experience with our fiber. So let's start around and tell the audience a little bit, what have you been doing with our fibers and what have you been experimenting? So we can start with the yarn side, I think.
Mm-hmm. So we started our relation with IFC in 2018, but our first production was last year, in the beginning of last year. We produced yarn with 50% of organic cotton, and after we produced 100% with infinited fiber. So, analyzing the properties of the yarn, yarns are between cotton and viscose, the properties. Some properties more related with the cotton yarn and other properties more related with the viscose yarn. Regarding the fibers that we receive, and in these first developments, we saw some differences related with color between batches, but of course related with the sources of the cellulose. But the yarns that we produced presented really good properties, similar to cotton and viscose, between cotton and viscose yarn, without no problems in all steps of the productions.
Mm-hmm. And you have been, if I remember correctly, we have been experimenting with you the compact ring and the traditional ring spinning. Isn't that right?
Sorry, the differences between we produced the ring spinning, yeah. The yarns. We didn't produce rotor spinning, I think, the productions in ring spinning were really good.
Good. Thank you, Catarina. And then, how about Lucia? I think the recent fabrics we get came from you.
Yeah. We started with testing your yarn in the end of last year, I think, yes. So we received the yarn, which was for really the yarn count for purpose for shirting. So we make construction. But we also, when we receive the yarn, we make the entrance control to check what we receive, not to get some surprises, and we compare the analysis with cotton, and we find that, of course, okay, we are buying really the best quality of cotton for shirting, and it was this entrance control for yarn specification was really not the same quality, a little bit these nets or small nets, not big nets. Mm-hmm. But in the end, I was surprised because all these nets and because this Ooster machine show all things which we don't see with the eyes. Mm-hmm. You understand? So when you see the fabric, it was really, I forgot to tell you that we make fabric for men's shirt, which was blend 50 cotton, 50 infinited fiber, fiber actually. But in the other side, we produce for women, for example, 100% infinited fiber. And we could say both fabric are nice, really not to see any mistakes inside, I mean yarn mistakes. Of course, then there are also woven mistakes. But really, I think that if we show this normal people in the street, they will say, oh, this is like cotton, maybe touch for men's shirt. In the other side, this, which is Infinited Fiber Company, which is 100% recycled fiber, it was like, how can I say, tencel or viscose, or it was soft and a little bit fall down like women blouse, you know. Mm-hmm. So we could say we can start production, really. But the problem is we need quantity and the others need quantity, industrial production, I mean. So I was surprised about the dyeing, and also we made some small samples in our wish, really, to see the printing, because we are more focused on printing, because with printing you can cover some mistake which your eyes don't see, for example, but also nice design, so really not problems.
Thank you.
From the quality view and the ability and all this stuff. I think comparing, I'm a little bit really positive surprise, not a little, quite big surprise, because in the past we work in laboratory scale also with recycled cellulose, like trash to cash, but really we receive really bad yarn. Okay, it was in laboratory scale, but at that time I thought, what we will do 10 years? Now, in a few years, a big change. You know, the trash to cash started in 2015 and finished in 2019, 18. Like this.
Yeah, and we are actually, to tell to the audience, we are born from the trash to cash project, mainly from the DT, so I've been evolving a bit.
But at that time, I said, if we will go with this progress, I don't know, maybe we will not ever get the goal, really. But I'm surprised also about the whiteness. At that time, it was a big problem. Of course, it's not the whiteness the same than cotton, but okay, designers could create also the other shades. Actually, we are looking for sustainability. Maybe some things we will not do the same in the past, you know? Maybe we will walk also more than in the past. Also in Slovenia, I know that in Finland you walk a lot, but in South Europe we drive everywhere. Don't care. Even in the shop we would like to bring the car. Yeah, this is our life, you know. But afternoon we go running. We are going with the car. We will have to change our habit.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Then Maurizio, you probably just received new yarns and going to a new production, but let's talk about the older one.
New ones. New yarns arrived 2 days ago, so it's not in production at the moment, while it's still in the lab. But the first production we did in last year, in 2019, was a surprise for us as well, because we thought it were a kind of trial, while we had any kind of problem in knitting, dyeing, and finishing. We developed two fabrics, one with an 100% infinited fiber, a t-shirt fabric, t-shirt weight and construction, and the French terry for sweaters and hoodies with 50% infinited fiber and 50% cotton. In terms of knitting performances were, as I told you, much better than what we think to be able to receive from a first production. In terms of dyeing possibility, it has a very, very good affinity to dyestuff, to reactive dyestuffs, much better than cotton. That means that for dyeing the same color, you need to use less dyestuff than for a cotton fabric. So it's more similar to viscose from this point of view. The only problem where I think infinited fiber has to work is in the grade of white, because I think either for t-shirts and for shirts, the white is a very important color, and also allows the good whiteness of the fiber allows also to dye bright colors out of the optic white. But I can agree with Lucia that the result was much better than expected. Now we have the second batch that we will process quickly before end of July. We want to have the new trial. We will try to make a fabric a bit more dense than the first one that we did, because the first one could be very interesting for ladies, because it has a very good drapiness and a kind of ladies' hand feel, as I told you again, more similar to viscose. While now we want to make something more dense that could be workable also for menswear. And for doing this, we need a slightly better yarn regularity. And for the Ulster result that we have seen, this new yarn looks to be in the correct direction. So the aim is to have the possibility to develop a group of fabrics that can work either for ladies and for men's. For men's, probably due to the drapiness of the fiber, we need to work also with the finishing, but this is our job, our expertise. So we are really positive and surprised, as Lucia said.
Yeah, thank you. I think for all of you, it has been really a new material. You have never done anything like this, so it's a learning experience for all of us, I think, at this stage. But if you think about in terms of the readiness level of the material, would you think that this is okay? You just scale it and we do it, or do we still have a lot of work to do? Maurizio was mentioning about the color thing, and we definitely need to have bleaching section attached as well. But any other ideas what we need to do? Just instruct me, please.
Yes, with fiber, I think the part of color, a regular color between different batches, it's a really important point.
Yeah.
From our point, I think that I know that we have to do a lot of things, but the most important is that as we start with our R&D, it's very important that customers, like, as you said, the brands tell us what they need, and then we will focus on this product and we will improve it. Because sometimes I see the very good idea in my brain, but maybe the brands, they don't need this. So we have to start from the brands and listen to their ideas and to try to focus on their ideas. Of course, our ideas are also important, but to shorten the way of development is maybe better to make something what the market needs, what the brands need. And brands, they know what want because they listen to the market. Probably people in the street, they know more information. And we will try to follow these steps. And of course, we need requests and we will improve it. But we have to know what they need. And maybe we are talking about this whiteness. They don't need it in the future because designers, they will say the white color is not anymore popular. I don't know what they will turn out, and I will study whiteness. In the end, they will not order anymore the whiteness. I mean, this it's a little bit funny, but maybe we have to listen what market brands really. So something to do maybe is not necessary to do. Maybe another thing is more important. And the best thing is really to start with brand, make the product with brands want, and we will see how this turn in the market. And then orders will step by step will come. I think, I don't know. This is my idea. Because sometimes I have completely wrong idea. I would like to improve it in this area, but this is maybe for market not important.
Yeah. I think we really need a brand insight on this, and there's
yeah.
So
I forgot to mention that we founded also a very good peeling property, better than a viscose, I would say. We have worked with the count 30. That is quite thick, quite simple. But if you work with a count 40 with viscose or modal, you need to have a very special finishing to prevent the peeling. While the peeling, that is an important point for the garment durability, has been also a surprise and much better than what we foresee at the beginning.
Thank you. I think that is good to see these things, and there's a little bit of like different materials coming through now, and brands getting all excited about this, and it's very good to have such an expert to work with me on this and our company, and it's really good to have you on board in our open house as well. So I'm very glad to see you all here. And if there is something you want to still say to our listeners, is there something you want to let them know? Now is your stage.
I would like to say that in front of us is our future, and we could choose what we will wear, and the planet around us tell us choose something what is sustainable for the future generation. And I think that Infinity Fiber Company make wonderful fiber. We have to enter on the market and show the market that this is the right way. This is my opinion.
And for me, I just can say that we are ready to start any kind of cooperation and development in terms of R&D, but not only R&D, because as I told you, we are really near. We are really near to be able to develop something that can be sold in the shops. I mean, we are not far away. Yeah, we are very, very near. So we just need to find a way of a better cooperation and closer with the final brands.
Thank you.
And the Inovafil side, from my side, we continue work with you with this fiber, because we really believe in this type of recycled fibers. But as Lucija said and Maurizio said, it's really important to work not only with us but with the final brands. It's really important to listen the final brands and for develop a product that sell in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a pleasure, and we see in these terms. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye everyone.
Bye.
We keep in touch. Ciao.
Yes. Bye.